Hello everyone, I'm Kenzie Koonsman from TW Gymnastics and welcome to Signee Central. We're so excited to introduce you all to the newest members of the Pioneer family. Today you will get to see some highlights and hear from the head coaches about our newest Pioneers. Welcome to Texas Women's University.
Hello everybody, I'm here with head coach Beth Gilson from the Pioneer basketball team. Coach, it's signing day. It's a big occasion for any program. You know, obviously it's tough when you see kids graduate because they've become such a part of what you do, but this is the flip side of that coin. You get excited because here comes the new blood, the new life into the program, and it looks like you're very excited about the two kids you're bringing in this year.
Definitely. We have signed two phenomenal freshmen, Aaron and Ashley. They will be great ambassadors for our university and also just come in and be impact players. So couldn't be more excited to welcome them to the Pioneer family.
When you were putting this class together, what were the needs that you addressed with these two?
Yeah, well, we really needed a stretch four that could step out and shoot the three and also play inside. Just that versatility that both of them bring. They both could play the 3-4-5 for us. Ashley definitely, a taller post player with great hands, great footwork that can also shoot the three. So versatility was something that we really wanted to add to our roster for next year.
Well, without any further ado, let's talk about them. First, I want to talk about Erin Gaten, 5'10" shooting guard from Lubbock, Friendship High School, 4-year letter winner, basketball and track. She's all district, 3 district championship teams. I mean, this is a player who's coming in with some high-level experience.
Definitely. Really comes from a winning program, both at the high school level at the and at the club level. High basketball IQ, tough-minded, gym rat, super shooter, has the versatility to play inside and out. Great family that loves basketball, has had some sisters that have also played at the college level. So she'll definitely come in and be a skilled player for us and make an impact.
Our next signee is a more local product, Ashley Ingram from Bridgeport. 6'2" forward, all-state pick, Wise County MVP, team newcomer of the year, most valuable player. This is a player that you're bringing in who has that leadership quality and is used to kind of taking that role.
Definitely a natural leader. We've known her for a long time. She came to our camp when she was in 3rd grade, and I think she won every award. Her grandma and grandpa have been longtime boosters of TWU. Actually, Ken Ingram was on the board for a long time, and special player. Her ability to post up inside, great post presence, great screener, great rebounder, can shoot the three. Just her ability to pass from the pinch post, and just her high level play is really going to, again, make an impact when she gets here. We're excited about her, and she's already wearing maroon at Bridgeport, and so she's ready to continue, being in that TW gear.
Doesn't have to update the wardrobe that much.
Right.
But, you mentioned her grandparents. How proud do you think they'd be to see her?
Oh, so proud. I can just imagine them smiling down on her. I still see them. They were here when I first got here and welcomed me with open arms. And, I see them in the stands, every, just in my imagination throughout my time here. They have not missed very many games and just were so a constant presence with TW with all of our sports. And so we just love that Ashley has chosen to continue her career here, and it's going to be a special career.
Well, these two come in, and as you said, they have that ability to fill some roles. There's a lot of versatility with these two players.
Definitely, both their ability to play inside and out, and really we needed somebody that could shoot the three and really stretch the defense, and they fill those needs for us.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a tremendous recruiting class. We definitely look forward to seeing them in competition.
Thanks so much, Paul.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with head coach Lisa Bowerman on the Pioneers gymnastics team. And Coach, National Signing Day. It's a big occasion for any program, but anytime you get to bring new blood, new life into the program, it's really an exciting time.
Yes, absolutely. We are so excited for this signing day. We've got an incredible class that we are announcing, and we've got 6 fantastic student athletes that are going to be joining our program next fall, and we can't wait to get them here.
Well, let's get right into it. The first one we want to talk about is Emerson Adams, Valley Center, Kansas native. trained at JAG Gymnastics 2019 JO National Qualifier. I mean, this is an athlete coming in who's got some high-level experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Emerson really has a lot to offer. I think on vault in particular, she'll come in and really make an immediate impact. She's a very powerful gymnast, and she really has high scoring potential, though, on every event. I think floor and bars are also great lineup possibilities for her in her first season with us. And she really brings a lot of leadership and a competitive fire about her that I think will really just add to the culture of our program.
Next up from Franklin, Tennessee, Anna Kate Bickel. This is a multi-sport competitor, someone who competed in diving, synchronized swimming, actually winning an AAU national title in synchro. This is somebody who's going to be very versatile for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that we're really drawn to about Anna Kate is that she is so well-rounded and so versatile, and really was looking at colleges for diving and for gymnastics in her early stages of recruiting. And she's certainly talented enough to do either. And so we're excited to have that versatility and to have all of her competitive experience in so many different arenas. And we're really looking forward to having just her experience and watching her excel. I think bars is really the event that she's going to come in and make the most immediate impact, but she has some really unique skills that will really make her stand out. I think our crowd will love her. Our fans will love her. She's got some very cool things that they haven't seen before in our gym. So we're excited to bring that in.
You're also bringing in one of her teammates in Delaney Bruns from Germantown, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. It's so cool to be able to bring both of them here after, they've spent years training together, and I know they're excited to share their college experience together as well. And Delaney is another one who I think really could come in and make an impact on all four events. She really is coming on strong on bars in particular right now, but she's a very well-rounded gymnast, and she has just a wonderful personality about her. She's the one who is always smiling. People are just drawn to her and her great energy. And so that'll be great to have in the gym as well. But she's definitely ready to make an impact.
Back in Texas, Lainey Hunt, Texas State Floor Champion in 2019, also a JO Nationals qualifier. Hitting 985 on the bars this last year. Won event titles in the bars 4 out of 5 meets. Was top 5 all around every meet she competed. Again, versatility, the name of the day.
Yes, absolutely. And Lainey, you hit on it, but bars is incredible for that athlete. And she just has beautiful lines. She's got big skills, and she's definitely going to be a standout on that event. But really, I don't think it stops there for her. She's got some beautiful beam and just so much potential on all four events that we're excited about. She really brings a unique perspective coming from WCC and, training every day alongside of world champions and Olympic champion and Simone Biles and other national team members. And that really creates just a great experience, a lot of competitive experience and understanding of what it's like to compete at the highest level. And she's definitely bringing that with her, and we're excited to have that here, and just being able to keep some of our incredible Texas gymnasts right here in our state.
Another talented gymnast coming in from Sicklerville, New Jersey is Sierra Montz, another Junior Olympics qualifier.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Sierra really has such a cool story. She really came into the game of level 10 JO competition a little bit later than some do, but she has just dove right in. And as you mentioned, went right to the top as a national qualifier. Sierra is extremely powerful. Her vault and floor are going to certainly turn some heads and entertain our crowds with the power that she has. But again, another one who I have no doubt can contribute in the all-around in her career here, and will definitely be a game changer for us.
Another Texan rounds out your signing class, Emily Six from Waxahachie. Level 10 state qualifier, finished 7th on the beam at Level 9 Nationals. This is somebody who has, again, had that experience and had success in competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Emily is an incredible young lady, and she really is kind of that hometown kid for us, with Waxahachie being not too far from here in Denton. And their gym has always been a great gym that has supported us and come to our camps and things like that. So it's really great to be able to have one of their athletes coming into our program, and she's actually the first athlete out of her gym to be recruited to an NCAA program. And so it's really big for them as well. And Emily will come in and definitely make an impact on beam right away. That's definitely her strongest event, but she really is just an incredible athlete. And I think she's one who has a great deal of potential that still can be developed. So we're looking forward to see all that she can accomplish.
For all that we talked about with the success of these athletes in competition, really a hallmark of the program the last several years has been the success in the classroom as well. Academic national champion. And in looking at the information on all these signees, it looks like they are going to be primed to continue that tradition as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're all top-notch students and are, that's one of the big draws for them as well. Besides, the culture of our gymnastics program and the success we've had athletically is that they're driven academically and they want to be a part of a university that provides them a great educational experience and part of a program that values their education. And we certainly can offer that athletic and academic experience at the highest level.
Coach, congratulations on a tremendous signing class. We look forward to seeing all these young ladies compete.
Thank you so much. We can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with head coach Babak Abuzar of Pioneer soccer team. Coach, you went out and got yourself a big recruiting class this year. You had some holes you needed to fill, but what was it you were really looking to accomplish with this year's class?
We were looking to add more depth and more competition in every single position on the field. And we feel that with this class, from defenders, midfielders, forwards, we were really able to accomplish that.
You recruited locally. You also hit the West Coast a little bit for some of these recruits. How important was it for you to really look beyond DFW and Texas itself as you brought new players into the program?
That's a good question. A lot of schools, whether it's D1, D2, D3, they're always coming into DFW recruiting players. And a lot of these players want to get away from home. So we know that it's very tough sometimes to be able to keep the local talent in the DFW area. So these last few years, we've ventured out west, had some success out there and just gotten the maroon and white out west and let them know who we are and what we're about. And once we get them on campus, and them meeting our players and professors and just touring the university, they really, really enjoy it.
Well, without any further ado, since there are quite a few of them, we'll get right into talking about the signees. The first one I want to ask you about is Lacey Erickson, forward from Keller. She played on a state championship squad at Nolan Catholic, Offensive Player of the Year, All-State, All-District. This is somebody who has some successful experience coming into the program.
Yes, Lacey is someone that we've been talking to for a few years. She's been high on our radar. Lacey has a knack for scoring goals. She has a physical presence up top. She uses that to her advantage. And, we feel that she can come in right away, compete at depth to our position up top and really cause havoc in the Lone Star Conference.
One of your West Coast connections is Rainey from Western Center, California. Played club for Legends FC. Talk about her skill set and what she's going to bring.
Rain is a left-footed defender, which you really don't see a lot of those. She's from the club that our assistant coach, Maddie Haro, played for, so got a good connection there. Rain is one of those players who can get up and down the field. She's a converted defender that used to play up top. So even though she's a defender, she has the ability to get up and down the field. And that's what we like out of our outside backs is, players who can attack, who can get up and down, but whose, first primary job is to defend. So we're really excited about Rain, and we know that she's excited to be a Pioneer.
Rachel Lotzer, a local product out of Frisco Memorial High School, 4-year letter winner in soccer, 3 years cross country. Was successful in both sports, was an all-district pick and offensive MVP in soccer, was a state qualifier in cross country. Somebody who you have to assume when a kid's run cross country, they've got that motor. They're going to be able to run and keep up out there on the field.
Yes. Maddie Haro, our assistant, she did a great job of finding Rachel. She called me when she found her and was like, hey, this is a player that you got to see. And, man, she didn't disappoint. Rachel, we're looking for her to come in and play that 6, that defensive mid role for us. She covers a lot of ground. Her stature is really, really big. She tackles well. She wins 50-50 balls. And she's a player who loves to play with the ball at her feet. She loves to facilitate, and that's something that we're looking to do with our 6. So we're really, really excited about getting Rachel on campus.
One of the more interesting stories to me in this signing class is Sierra McCormick, Santa Clarita, California. Sierra went over to Europe and played in the Paris World Games, and the U.S. team she represented won a championship. It's a very interesting experience, but something that really provides, again, some depth, some experience, some new perspectives coming into the program.
Yeah, Sierra is one of those technical attacking center mid players. We started talking to her about a year and a half ago, and she came on campus with her mom, and she really, really enjoyed it. She's a player that we see adding depth to our center mid position, looking to take players on, looking to facilitate, very strong on the ball. She's a smaller player, but she doesn't play like it. She plays ferocious. She doesn't mind getting stuck in on tackles, and she's somebody that we can see being up there in the conference in terms of assists and chances created, which we're really excited about that.
From Double Oak, Haley Masner, team captain, all-district pick, played on a district championship team with her club team. That captain experience, is that something you're looking for that translates well from the high school ranks to the college ranks?
It's not something that we're necessarily looking for, but it for sure helps. We're always looking for leaders. Doesn't matter if you're a freshman or a senior. And when she stepped foot on campus, we could tell that she was a player who really, really embodied what we're looking for in a TW student athlete, and in particular soccer. She's a player on the field who can play multiple positions. I think that it's going to be a struggle for Maddie and I to be able to decide where we're going to put her because she's so versatile. So that's a really, really good plus for us to be able to have versatile players off the field, high character player, high character person, and you can't have too many of those in your program.
Back out to California, Alana Nickerson, Simi Valley, 3 letters in soccer, another one in softball. Again, versatility. This is something that a lot of these kids that you sign bring. Yes,
Alana is a player who we see as an outside back. She can get up and down the field. She's technical. We feel she can play under pressure, when we're high pressed, and feels comfortable with the ball at her feet. She has that size where she's going to get stuck in on tackles and, make life difficult for the opposing forwards, and has that ability to get forward as well. So the way that we like to play with getting our outside backs up and down the field, she really fits that mold for us.
Another 2-sport signee is Abby Powers of Midlothian. Again, a great experience in soccer and cross country, an all-district pick in soccer, state qualifier in cross country. Signed as a forward. What do you see from her?
Abby is a player that we found late, but we're grateful that we found her. She's a player that has a lot of speed, and she has a motor that just doesn't stop. We like to high press up top, and we feel that with her motor, she's really going to cause havoc for defenders who want to play out of the back. She has a great knack for goal. She's able to score pretty much anything that's served to her. And, just her speed is really going to cause problems because that's something that we all know that you can't teach.
Leah Rolston from Highland Village, 3-time All-District, 2-time Team MVP, All-Region, All-State honorable mention. Somebody who's had some success playing soccer.
Yes, Leah is a player that, we're really looking forward to getting into Denton. She's that player that we're looking to play that center mid role, that 8, that 10. She does a really good job of keeping possession of the ball. She doesn't get too flustered when, she has defenders coming to her. She finds ways to invite pressure and then gets out of it, which we love to see. She has really good vision. And on top of that, we feel that she can play on the back line as well. So again, we have a player who has that versatility, who can play multiple positions, which, really helps us out in the long run.
You went to San Antonio and brought back Alyssa Simeone, 3-year letter winner at Earl Warren. She was first team All-District every year she played.
Alyssa is one of those feisty players that plays center mid. She's technical. She likes taking players on. At the same time, she has that ability to facilitate. One, positive that I see about Alyssa is her decision-making on the ball. She makes good decisions real quick, and she's that type of player who plays in center mid, but once or twice every game, she's going to make a burst and get in front of the forwards to find her opportunity to score goals. And she does a really good job of figuring out when to do that and when she needs to facilitate and hold the ball. Off the field, high character kid. Really, all of our players are. And she's a player that, we've had recruited for quite some time. And, we're just happy to have her in Denton.
Kaylee Smith from Mansfield, self-described coach's kid, started out playing 3 sports, narrowed it down to focus on soccer. All-district pick.
Kaylee is a player. She's very athletic. She's not going to be a player that's easy to beat on our back line. We envision her playing in the center back role. High speed, not afraid to head the ball, not afraid to get in for tackles. And I think that she's going to be a pest in every forward that we play against because she's not going to be an easy player to beat.
You went back out to the West Coast to round out your signing class, Dylan Vallaro. Claremont High School also was on the mountain bike team out there. What can you tell us about Dylan?
Yes, Dylan is another player that we see coming in and being a really good leader. She is actually on the board of one of the soccer groups in the country for the Girls Academy League. So she helps with the decision making from the players' point of view, which, that speaks volumes of her to be able to be selected for that role. She's a player that, we see playing in that center back role. She has really good vision, can play under pressure. She has the ability to see the field, hey, I need to make this simple pass, or, she has a great 40, 50-yard ball where she can hit it to our forwards and hit a diagonal ball. She's another player who is versatile, who can move up to midfield. So, it's just exciting to have those types of players who, we're right here just thinking like, okay, do I see her playing in the back line? Do I see her playing in midfield? So we just can't wait till preseason starts in August to get them on campus and just be able to see, where they fit best in our program.
Well, when these players hit campus, you're going to have, a younger team, a deeper team. And it seems like a lot of options because all these kids that have signed played at a high level.
Yes, they all did, and that's something that we're looking for because we feel that it helps them with the transition. Obviously, the college game is much, much tougher, and just the demands are more. But we feel that when they've played at that high level, it helps them with a smoother transition. They all know the culture of our program. That's something that we, really, really ingrain in them on their recruiting visit and after they have recruited, and letting them know that, hey, this is how we want to play. This is how we want to go about it, both on and off the field. And that playing time, is something that's going to be earned. And that's something that they've embraced. That's a program that they've all said that they want to be a part of. And, we know that this college season is short, but at the same time, we play so many games in such little time. So being able to have players who can come in and have subs who can come on the field and the level not drop, that is so key for us, because you never know when you're going to have an injury, or you never know when a player is going to need a break. So, that is something that we really focused on with this class is, hey, we have a lot of players who can come in and make an immediate impact right away.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you and your staff on a tremendous signing class. We look forward to seeing them compete.
Thanks, Paul. We appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Coach Amber Barker from the Pioneer softball team. Coach, National Signing Day, always an exciting one, and it's really kind of invigorating when you get to welcome these new kids to the program.
Absolutely. We are super excited. We've been in contact with these athletes for what seems like forever now. So to actually be at this time, finally this week, where we get to officially have them sign and officially be a part of the program and announce them, since, we can't do that before they actually sign something. So we're pretty darn excited about this year's class.
You've got 6 signees. You had some big holes to fill. What were you looking to accomplish with this group of newcomers?
Sure. So we always, we try to get depth in all of our positions for sure. And we're going to bring a little bit of everything across the board and position-wise, defensively. But we're going to bring in some big bats as well. As we all know in this sport, you got to hit to win. So we went out looking for those athletes who are going to be able to fit both our offensive needs and our defensive needs.
Well, one of the first signees that we'll talk about is Caitlyn Clem, infielder out of Saxe. She was newcomer of the year, first team all-district, played on a district championship team. What's Caitlyn going to bring to the program?
Caitlyn is going to bring some versatility. So she plays third base, at least when we first saw her playing, and liked her there. But she's since also switched over to first base and started to learn that position. So it's just nice to have that versatility as a corner. And she's going to hit for power as well, which is interesting because I just saw her this weekend and she put down a bunt for a base hit. So I was not expecting that, but it was fun to see. But for the most part, she's going to hit for power for us.
Keeping it in the Metroplex, you went to Irving and got Kristen Rodriguez from Nimitz High School. 4-year starter, academic all-district pick. This is somebody who, in addition to being good on the field, is good in the classroom. She's going to graduate in the top 5% of her class. But what's she bringing on the field?
She's going to bring a ton of speed. She's going to bring excitement out there for us in the outfield. She's going to cover a lot of ground, and you're going to be able to hear her too. So pretty excited about her being able to lead that outfield too. But, we're always looking for that in the outfield. You want voices that are loud, that can really help make sure collisions don't happen because they are that loud and calling balls off. But she's really going to run around that outfield a ton for us. And then she's going to hit for us too and add speed to that on the bases. So we're pretty stoked to be able to get her as well. And as you said, not from too far from Irving. I actually grew up in Irving, so it's fun to be able to go back there and get some athletes from that area.
You went to Frisco to get Graceland Taylor from Centennial High School, combination catcher, first baseman, 2-year team MVP, somebody who's got that leadership experience coming in.
Yeah, and so you talked about that. You hit the nail on the head there. So we brought in we have a pretty young staff this year, a young class this year. So we are looking for somebody who's not afraid to be a leader, but especially because she's behind the plate, it's going to be great to have somebody who can lead, who can help work with those pitchers, who can do a lot of talking behind the plate and help direct a defense there. So she's going to bring a lot for us. We're really glad that she's getting to stay home. I know that was some apprehension how close she wanted to be to home, but we're glad that she chose to.
From Rockwall, Lily Wilson, 4-year letter winner, also played basketball, was an academic all-district pick, and she's got some postseason experience coming in.
Yeah. Fun fact, Lily just hit her first home run this weekend. So we got to see her do that. But she's a lefty, so she's going to bring slapping and hitting away ability from the left. She's most likely going to play outfield for us, but we've seen her play middle infield, more specifically second base as well. So talk about versatility. She's going to have that. Like I said, she's going to be able to hit away and slap from the left side and then get around the bases pretty quickly. So I wish we had video of her sprinting around the bases after her first home run. She probably took 4 steps.
Missy Wise from Hazlitt comes by way of Fort Worth Christian, 4-year letter winner, played on a state runner-up team, and was a 2-time All-State selection.
Yep. So when we first saw Missy, we liked her from the beginning, specifically Coach P, because Coach P was a catcher. So to be able to look at Missy feels like, again, years ago when we first started recruiting her, to see the tools that she already had, even knowing that she hasn't hit her ceiling yet, that makes you pretty excited. So I know Coach P is looking forward to having her there in the bullpen because, again, she's going to already come in with that leadership capability, but also that ability to work with pitchers and get to know them very well and hold our expectations because she already comes in with high expectations as a catcher back there. So she's going to do that well for us on the defensive end.
You reached just a little bit outside the Metroplex, and you went up to Tom Bean to bring in Brianna Yale. 3-sport athlete, all-state pick in softball, all-district in basketball. This is somebody who's shown some versatility across multiple sports.
She has. She actually told us on her visit that she's pitched before, she's caught before, all these things that we did not know. We've seen her as a hitter and as a first baseman, and she can hit. So we cannot wait to get her here. I mean, just the power that she brings is going to be fantastic for us, I think, wherever we put her in the lineup, whether she's a starter defensively or she's a starter as a DH or she's coming in, she's going to do things for us. At least we anticipate offensively. She's going to help elevate our offense for sure.
We'll coach 6 signees. Most of them are very local for your program. And as you try to build the culture within the program, how important was it for you to have that local feel to your team?
It's huge because what you get is those families and friends who get to watch their daughters play, who get to watch their granddaughters play. And that's a great thing for us because that means more fans at the games. That means just more support. That means more people wearing TWU stuff around the Metroplex and helping to get that brand out there. And I think that's what you'll find with these athletes too, that they wanted a place that didn't feel like it was right in their backyard, but it was close enough that their families could come and watch them play their entire 4-year career. And that means a lot. That means a lot with the culture that we're trying to build, that we are all a family here. So I think that's going to be a huge piece of the puzzle that we're building here.
Great. Coach, congratulations on a tremendous class. We look forward to seeing them on the field.
Thank you. We're super excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with head volleyball coach Jeff Hubler. Coach, National Signing Day is exciting. It's, one of those things where wins and losses are always something that coaches are evaluated on, but maybe the more critical part of your job is bringing students to campus. And this is an exciting day when you get to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like, I think it's like coaching Christmas a little bit, except for that not only do you get to know like your own fancy, shiny new really incredible student athletes, but you also get to find out what else the rest of the league is doing, which is really fun.
Well, you're bringing in a class that's going to fill some needs for you. As you and your staff went out on the recruiting trail, what were you looking to do with this particular class?
Really the difference in the last 2 years has been pretty significant for us from a recruiting experience. We're now pretty heavily into our 5th and 6th and 7th years of recruiting for Texas Women's University, which is a huge deal. And so the types of athletes that we're getting are kids who have been at our camps since they've been young, which is a huge win, because then, it's very different to like, oh, there's TWU, and that's versus I've always wanted to go here. And we have some kids like that in this class, which we're really excited about. And the other piece for us was just to make sure that we were matching or exceeding our current level of athleticism, and really extending our recruiting reach by making sure that we continue to be a national program, and keeping that commitment to recruiting from all of the best parts of the country. And I think that we've done that with this class.
Well, you went back to your roots a little bit. Gibson City, Illinois. Jessica Freehill, 4-year letter winner at GCMS High School, 2-time All-Conference, 2-time All-Area. She was MVP and competed for the Illini, I'm going to get that right, Illini Elite Volleyball Club, which obviously has some connections to you and to Coach Ulrich as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's been one of the places I've recruited from for my whole collegiate career. I do think it's interesting that there's probably only one college coach in the country that's ever coached in her high school gym, and so she's going to come to that school. Jessica is a really unique athlete. She prioritizes blocking. She's more comfortable on the right side than the left, which is one of the reasons why she was really high on our recruiting list. She'll play for the 18 Cardinal team this year, which is, consistently in the top 15 clubs and the top 15 teams in the country. Being able to compete in 18 Open, I think, is a really big deal. She's got a big arm, and even though she's a quiet kid, she is really passionate about volleyball. And I think the only time I can really hear her is in her film and just calling for the ball. And she wants the ball, she wants to smash, and she wants to block. And so, obviously, we'll be graduating Tabitha Spray, who's an incredible kid and person and plays the right side for us. And I think that we're going to never be able to replace Tab, but we will have somebody who will be able to play her role very effectively as early as her freshman year.
More locally, you went to Fort Worth to bring in Yaneli Pabon, 2-time NCHVC All-America pick, played on a national championship team. This is somebody who is going to anchor the back line, who's got that championship experience.
Yeah, Janelli is really unique, man. She is so talented, and she's been trained well. She's been a Drive Nation for a long time, and they do a really good job. But her family is in it. When the thing that sticks out to me most is that when she was on her visit, her dad was like standing up watching practice with like the level of enthusiasm, as the same level of enthusiasm as Janelli was. And I love that about their family. We love that she's close to home. Obviously, making sure that you retain local talent is really critical. And Janelli is certainly that. We do not see very often a libero who can win matches for you. That's a really hard thing to do as a libero, and she definitely did that for her team. Not only did she win a national championship, but she also helped Drive Nation qualify some of their first teams ever. And that's a really big deal. And so she's got experience at a high level, and she expects greatness out of herself, which makes her a really perfect fit for TWU.
On the right side, outside, Claire Pullen from Cuero. Multiple sport athlete, played volleyball, basketball, golf, track, 3-time All-Area, 2-time All-District, honorable mention All-State, played on 4 by-district finalist teams. So, again, this is another player you're bringing in who has that winning experience.
Yeah, and Mom played volleyball in our league, and so very familiar with the Lone Star Conference. Claire, not only to all those things, Claire could be a comedian if she just didn't know she was being filmed. She's one of the funniest and most genuinely positive people that we have known. And she's going to be great for our team, for our culture, for the team chemistry, I think, as well. Obviously, she's physical. She's 6'1". And we found great success with these multi-sport athletes who are able to apply all the different pieces. And so it's very rare that you see a 4-sport high school athlete. And in middle school, she was a 5- and 6-sport athlete too. So Claire will continue to develop as she gets here, but she's going to be a contributor. I think that her sophomore, junior, senior year, once she's like full on volleyball, will be really special because she's never been able to dedicate her whole life to it. And I know that that's something she's really excited about, but we're really excited about her. She's a great kid and very athletic and tons to offer from just a championship level mentality.
As we talk about this signing class as a whole, it seems like it's something that, and it doesn't matter whether it's volleyball, any sport, the people on TV, when they talk about who you recruit, who you bring in, that there is an emphasis on people with winning experience, with championship experience, and it's almost maybe a cliche, who know how to compete. Is that something that you think this class really has in spades?
Yeah, I mean, cliches are cliches because they're true, not because they aren't. And so, it can be corny, or it can be, or it can be accurate. And so for us, I think it's accurate. I mean, when we took this job, Laura and I did, 4 seasons ago, we didn't come to Texas Women's University to finish in the middle. Our goal has been to win conference and national championships, and we'll continue to do so. And with this class, I think that we add to the experience that we brought in with our 2020s, our 2019s, and to add to the, to the real experience of our 2018 class that we brought in early. But, at this point, we're really, looking to the class of 2021 to be the first group to compete, in the top 25 every single year that they're here. And, I think that that's pretty critical. And the only way to know how to win is to win. And I say very obvious things all the time. I think that's part of being a good coach, is being simple enough to be understood. And so I think that this group, we have athletes who have done it, who will continue to do it, and who expect to do it. And oftentimes the expectation is really what sets the standard. And so we're really, really pleased with this group, and we're really excited to bring them on campus and to get them here and to have a normal fall with them. And, we know that their level of contribution is going to be critical, because at Texas Women's University, every single person matters.
Coach, congratulations on a tremendous recruiting class. Look forward to seeing them on the court.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.